Hello, thanks for tuning into Tech Talk Tuesday. My name is Brian Mursky, and I am the owner of Veranda Technologies. We're here in Brick Township, and we service the Monmouth and Ocean counties and the surrounding area in New Jersey. So, over the past week, I was working in an office that wasn't my own, and the need came up to get from them a key to let myself in and out for a couple days. And holding the key was strange for me, and it took me a minute to realize why. Other than my post office box, which I use weekly, I don't use a key. I don't use one to get into my house or my office. I don't use one at all. Maybe if my car alarm clicker died. But I don't use a key, and I thought it would be a neat thing to cover this week. Why and how we do that with our home, and the benefits to having a keyless entry on your home. So we got it maybe 2 years ago, started using the keyless, and obviously everybody knows I like technology. They actually make fairly non-technical versions of door locks, and they're made by several of the big name manufacturers. Slage you'll see in Home Depot and Lowe's. Your box stores, you can buy these in different finishes and colors: antique, copper, bronze, satin, nickel. So you can match them to your doorknob and the rest of your decor. So they're available in a variety of shapes and colors. They're also available in a few varieties of tech level. So you can get one that's pretty dumb, actually. They're not smart at all. They are simply keyless locks, keyless replacements. They actually still have a key on them you could use in some cases. Mine does. I don't even know where that key is because we just have a code. And everybody gets their own code, which I'll get more into in a minute. You enter your code, the deadbolt retracts, and you're in. And the non-smart ones, which you can get for between $50 and $75, are nothing more than that. It's just a keyless way to get into your property. You can get them slightly more advanced than that, where they connect to Wi-Fi. When they connect to Wi-Fi, you can connect them to a cloud account, username and password-based account generally, and it can log who entered and at what time, when the door was locked, unlocked. You can send emails sometimes, depending on the model and manufacturer that you bought. And then there's the really, really smart door locks, which obviously are what I have, and they connect to Wi-Fi, but they also connect through common protocols to home controllers. So SmartThings and mine, which is a Vera. Google has one, the Nest system. There's a ton out there now, and we'll do other videos in the future regarding which home controllers are compatible with which devices and that sort of thing. But on the locks, what's great about having a keyless, first of all, like I said before, everybody has their own code. So each of my daughters have a code. My 8-year-old doesn't yet. She has one. We haven't given it to her. I have a code. My wife has a code. Each of my parents have a code. Each of my wife's parents have a code. You can create a code for a maid or housekeeper. You can create a code for service people. They are easy to add and remove. So you can, if you have somebody doing work at the house, laying floors, installing appliances, whatever, you can give them a code. You can certainly give a code to a neighbor so that a bunch of people have them. Because it's connected to a home controller, though, you can also do some pretty fancy stuff. So I'll give you a couple examples. I go grocery shopping often in the evening. I don't make 2 trips to the car if I can do it in one. So if I have 27 bags, they're all on my hand, and my circulation's cut off, and they're heavy, but darn it, I'm not making 2 trips to the car. So I'll walk in, use one finger to key in my code, use my elbow to push the door lock down, and then trip over some shoe that one of my kids left in front of the door. So now I key in my code, I push down on the lever, and when it opens, when the deadbolt retracts, immediately the home controller checks to see what time of day it is, and if it's supposed to be dark outside, the lights come on. Kitchen light, hallway light in the foyer. So I don't kill myself tripping over something. So you can do things like that. I can get a text if my daughters enter a code meaning they got home and there's no adult on the premises. So if my cell phone, my wife's cell phone, neither of our parents' cell phones are at the house knows there's no adult. There is a child. Text my wife and I, let us know that my daughter's home. It also can be set up if my daughter doesn't come home when she's supposed to. So, if her bus is supposed to drop her off at 2:30 and 3:15 comes around and she hasn't set foot in the house, I can know about that. I don't in that case, but that's something we could do. A lot of flexibility. You can have the lock talk to the thermostat so that if you lock the door, the thermostat drops down, it knows nobody's home. You can get pretty flexible like that. So it's pretty cool. And you can go crazy with these. You can tie it into your alarm system, obviously would be pretty practical. Some benefits there. Tie it into cameras. If the lock, if a code is entered incorrectly twice, turn on your porch camera and start recording. So it's pretty smart technology. It's pretty handy. At the very least, it's liberating, so you don't need to carry keys, an extra key around with you. And you can certainly put one of these on your home, on your office. You can put them on closets. You can put them wherever. If you want to put one to protect a medicine closet, you can do that too. They're not terribly expensive. When I purchased mine over 2 years ago, it was in the area of maybe $180, $190, I want to say, which is a little expensive for a door lock, but the fact that it can tie into everything else. It does have tamper protection on it, so if somebody jolts the door or tries to get in, there is an alarm on the backside. It can't be tampered with from the outside. It's tamper-proof. All of the controls have to be done from the inside. There's a little Allen wrench key that you have to take a panel off. It's powered by battery, very, very long-lasting battery. I've had it for 2 years. It has yet to alert me that it's low, and I remember the documentation promised something like 6 months after the low battery warning. So even when it alerts me that it's low, I'll get another 6 months before I have to change it. And I think I just lied. I think we had maybe 6 months ago. I think it did make me do it once. So maybe 1.5 to 2 years, let's say, on the battery on mine. But I also bought it 2 years ago, and I'm sure they've come a long way since then. So just wanted to cover what I think is a pretty cool piece of technology. I've had fun with it, thinking of different ways to have it alert the system and talk to the other devices in the house. If you have any questions, feel free to email us, helpdesk@verandatech.com. That's helpdesk, one word, at veranda, VERANDATECH.com, and right there on the shirt. You can always visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/verandatech, verandatech.com online, and my phone number is 732-743-5772. If you ever have a question or anything you want to bounce off us, please feel free to reach out. If you have an idea for a video, let me know that too, and have a wonderful week.